rice production practices and technologies either increases yield or affect production cost. The use of modern high-yielding varieties and nutrients, pest and disease management, and water are technologies that directly contribute to higher yield. On one hand, farm mechanization and direct seeding do not directly affect production, but significantly contribute to the cost coming from labor. Rice production practices in the Philippines have been continually changing over time, mainly due to technologies and government programs, envisioned to respond to the dynamic challenges and needs of the Filipinos. The needs are the continuing growth of population that has to be fed with staple food and clamor for cost reduction measures to make rice farming profitable to most farmers. Rice cultivation is a complex activity that requires a series of processes to achieve a finished product. The basic stages of cultivation include seed selection, land preparation, crop establishment, water management, nutrient management, crop health management, harvesting, and post-harvest.
Seed selection. Proper seed selection based on the cultivation environment is the first step towards ensuring that the highest possible yield is achieved. Selecting good quality seed has many advantages and will help too. First is to improve yield by 5 to 20%. Second is to improve germination by more than 80%. The third one is increase resistance to disease and pest attacks. Fourth one is maintain uniformity and plant size. And the last one is have fewer weed problems.
Land preparation. The main purpose in land preparation is to have the soil in optimum physical condition for growing rice. There are 4 steps in land preparation. The first step is the plowing. Plowing and tilling of land is done to predetermine levels that allow rice plants to develop a good root system. Plow the land once with a medium depth, preferably 10 to 15 centimeters. The second step is the harrowing. Harrow the land a week after plowing it, and repeat this process after a week has passed. The third step is the leveling. Land preparation also includes land leveling to ensure water reaches all areas planted. Level the land with the use of a plowshare or a hand tractor. The proper preparation of land is to achieve via tractors or by mechanical means or with the help of the water buffaloes. The fourth step is the arranging the embankments. Clean and fix the embankments to close up any holes that may serve as rat's nest or waterway that will lead to water spillage.
Crop establishment. There are 2 main methods are used for introducing rice plants to the soil: transplanting and direct seeding. Transplanting is the more popular plant establishment technique in Sri Lanka and much of Asia. Transplanting occurs when pre-germinated seedlings are transferred from a seed bed to the wet field. It requires less seed and is an effective method for controlling weeds. A disadvantage is that the practice of transplanting is more labor-intensive. Prior to transplanting, seedlings are established in separate nursery area. They grow between 20 and 80 days before being transplanted to the field. Seedlings can be transplanted by either machine or hand.
Second crop establishment is direct seeding. Direct seeding is when dry seed or pre-germinated seeds and seedlings are sown by hand or planted by machine. There are 2 advantages to using direct seeding. First, it requires less labor. You don't have to prepare the seed bed, care for and pull the seedlings. Second, plant matures earlier. Direct seeded plants mature 7 to 10 days earlier than transplanted rice. They are not subjected to stress such as being pulled from the soil and re-establishing fine rootlets.
Water management. Cultivated rice is extremely sensitive to water shortages, and when the soil water content drops below saturation, most rice varieties develop symptoms of water stress. Good water management practices are needed to keep usage at optimum levels and to maximize rice yield. Pre-planting steps that help include with water management. First, proper creation and maintenance of field channels for water delivery. Second, land leveling that allows water to be evenly distributed and retained. And the third, tilling operations that include rice field band preparation, water paddling, and maintenance.
Management. Each growth stage of the rice plant has a different nutrient needs. Keeping in this mind, farmers ensure that the rice plants get the proper nutrients at the right time. Rice fields ensure that the farmers are able to conserve soil organic matter and to receive a free input of nitrogen from biological sources. If the higher rice fields are required, more nutrients must be added to the soil.
Crop health management. The rice plant can come under threat from different sources in the field. These include attack by rodents, insects, weeds, and disease. Farmers use many different strategies to protect and maintain crop health. A good understanding of pest behavior, natural enemies, host plants, other organisms, and the environment help determine the type of pest management required. Farmers manage weed control through water management and land preparation, by hand weeding, and in some cases, with the application of herbicides.
Harvesting is the process of collecting mature rice crop from the field. Depending on the variety, a rice crop usually reaches maturity around 115 to 120 days after crop establishment. Harvesting activity includes cutting, stacking, handling, threshing, cleaning, and hulling. Good harvesting methods help maximize grain yields and minimize damage deterioration. Harvesting can be performed manually or mechanically. Manual harvesting is common across Asia and involves cutting the rice crop with simple hand tools like sickles and knives. Mechanical harvesting, usually repeers or combined harvesters, is the other option, but it's not so common due to the availability and cost of machinery. After cutting, the rice must be threshed to separate the grain from the stalk, and clean threshing can be done by hand or machine.
Post-harvest. After harvest, the rice grain undergoes a number of processes depending on how it will be used. These steps include drying, storing, milling, and final processing. Drying is a process that reduces grain moisture content to a safe level for storage. Drying is the most critical operation after harvesting a rice crop. Delays in drying, incomplete drying, or ineffective drying will reduce grain quality and result in post-harvest losses.
What is paddy? Paddy or rough rice is the individual rice kernels as they are in their natural and unprocessed state. Paddy is harvested from the rice fields and taken to a processing site or mill. The protective hull is to be removed in processing, leaving the rice kernel available for consumption. The hull is removed as it is not edible. When rice is parboiled, it is done with the hull intact.
Bye.